Shooter last year, ton of great. I think he needs confidence he can be back from Turkey and North Carolina. He's going to score the basketball. There are a lot of guys to score. There's 13 different dudes to score buckets. You mentioned that the four stars and several women in the highlight. That's what Mark Turkey said that's afterwards he's most concerned about right now.
Well, welcome to After the Game with Todd Leary coming to you live from Yogi's Barn Grill in Bloomington. I'm Jim Boyle alongside Todd Leary, former Indiana Loser. How are you, sir? Good night. We got to get everybody checked in here before we get started, but we appreciate you joining us here as Indiana knocks off Troy tonight. I didn't see the final score. Man, that was a high-scoring game.
Put up 100, that's a big deal.
Early on, I thought they were going to score 120.
It was going that way early on, but without Rob Finney to score 100 points it's a big deal.
Good night. We're getting everybody signing in, getting this shared out to everybody. Bill's already joined us. Jake's on. Hey, Jake, if you want to do us a favor and share this out for me, so I don't have to do that, that would be awesome. Appreciate you, sir. Jake, keep us on the track as he always does, man. Hands on the wheel, Jake. 10-2. And Jake, if you can do that, hit me up on a message there since you're on. I can see. Thank you, Jen. Jake's on it, man. Jake is on it. Appreciate you. A lot of guys in the house tonight, man. First of all, what a spectacular day. We have to say, what a job those guys from Loser Hysterics did. That was an event.
If we look tired, it's because we are. We started this thing early today, and coming into town, and what a great event they had over at the Bluebird today. And Hoosier Hysterics guys put on an event that you never know how those things are going to turn out, and I will tell you that it was incredibly impressive. One, how organized it was. You get 1,000 people into the Bluebird on a Saturday afternoon, and IU football games going on, and they just did a fantastic job. And George Leach and Jeff Newton, those guys with the food, did an incredible job. And there was just, I know we'll get to it here in a few minutes, but just an incredible day for a lot of Indiana fans that showed up here.
We're going to be when they find out how incredible that lineup of people that were there. This is amazing to me. It's probably nothing like that has ever occurred, to be honest with you. All right, go ahead and talk about anything you want, brother. It's all open field.
Nothing showed up. None of us knew about, not even the former players knew about. It took that thing to a whole nother level. And Coach Knight, with his health not being the greatest, man, I tell you, he just did an incredible job. And it was great to see him. It was awesome to see the reaction that people had to him, and it was great to see his reaction to that. And of all the bitterness, I think, that has gone on over the years with the administration and a lot of that, none of that had anything to do with what happened today, and none of that factored into how he was. Man, just a special day. When you say something like that, won't happen again or hasn't happened before, that's for sure. And I know the players, so many former players were there, which was fun. There's not been too many events that have taken place where that many former players start to get back into town and are able to have that kind of atmosphere to enjoy it. And what an incredible day it was. And, headline the whole thing by Coach Knight showing up and spending about 45 minutes up on stage answering questions and talking to people. It was special.
He did a wonderful job. It was just a fun time, a fun environment. It was it lasted for a long time, man. It's been a long day, but our day started way before that. That thing started around noon, and it didn't end until around 4:30.
Until 4:30, and if you can get emotionally drained at something, the emotions of when when Coach Knight showed up. That was great. How great he was while he was there was terrific. I mean, it wore me out. It wore a lot of people out. I know. I mean, there was. I'm not trying to make it a dramatic event, but there was people literally just standing in the crowd crying, and Coach Knight was crying, and former players were crying. Sage Steele was crying. I didn't even mention the fact that Sage Steele was there. And, what an incredible honor for the state. The state of Indiana won, but the university itself to have an alumni like her and someone who represents themselves as well as she does and represents the school as well as she does. She's a class act all the way around. And, watching her reaction to just literally bawling, crying, watching Coach Knight talk was, if that didn't get you emotionally charged, then you got a chance to
joining us here. If you are with us on a different page other than Indiana Sports Beat's Facebook page, like Indiana Hoosier basketball fans or Hoosier Nation fan page, we can't see any comments that you make right now while we're live. We can't see them until later. If you want to comment, question, anything like that, you can post it on Indiana Sports Beat's Facebook page, or you can send it in on a text message to 812-269-6367 if you have any questions about the game or the day. We're probably not going to end up talking a whole lot about the game because there's so much more going on today. It's huge. We may have a lot of special guests on here tonight, so don't go anywhere. Besides, we already have a special guest every time, Todd Leary, but it may really ramp up tonight. We have a lot of people in the house, a lot of former players. They talk to Sage Steele. Who knows? Stay around, though, because we're going to have a lot of fun here tonight. Let's get to the game before we get to all that.
Get it out of the way.
Let's get the game out of the way, man. Another good night for Justin Smith. Looking down at his line, I got to put my glasses on, but he's 22 points. But the first thing, I was fortunate enough to John Laskowski and someone else that was there. You're ready? Man, it's great. I got to sit down next to him during the game. What's that stats broadcast? I got to sit down next to John during the game, which was a treat in itself. But the one thing I noticed about this team tonight, they were extraordinarily active from the get-go. On the defensive end, they were getting after it. Even on the offensive end, they were really fast. I don't know if that's because Devontae Green was in there tonight. That's another point. Devontae saw his first action tonight. But they were really active, and it paid dividends. Man, that was a high-scoring first half.
It was kind of fun to watch them playing at that pace and going up and down the floor, and guys were doing a great job tonight of playing in sync and being out there. And, I think once we can get to it, as we look at the actual stat lines, I mean, if we're going to get into it now, we'll go ahead and talk about what an incredible stat line.
8 of 9. He was 8 of 9 from the field. Justin Smith, 8 of 9 from the field. 2 of 2. Your favorite, 2 of 2 from behind the 3-point line.
Trace Jackson Davis with 17 and 14 tonight. So seeing double digits in that rebounding column.
I thought he missed. He was perfect behind the 3-point line of 2 of 2. 4 of 4 at the free throw line. That's a career night right there.
This is a big time night. We've had some really good performances. I mean, when you look at him at 8 for 9 and Trace Jackson Davis 6 for 6. Trace Jackson Davis with 17 points and 14 rebounds. That double-digit rebounding is a big deal, and I know they talk about double-doubles a lot, and they do it for a reason, but you've got a freshman now that's putting up 16 and 14, made all 6 of the shots he took tonight, only 5 of 9 from the free throw line, so could have easily had a 20 and 14 night, so big-time performance out of a bunch of guys tonight.
It's a guy who did go 14 of 15. Mike Cisco's in the house. Mike, how are you, brother? Talk about a night that it could have been a perfect, but he was 14 to 15 at the free throw line before, but tonight he missed a few. But they are, obviously, that front court is going to be the epicenter of their offense this year until they get things going outside. And they're really abusing people down low right now.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're obviously overpowering, and everyone's going to say, well, the opponents they're not playing anybody, and the opponents aren't any good. But you can only play who's on the other bench right now, and so they're accomplishing that. We'll get excited when they do that against UConn and Arkansas and Florida State and some of those schools. Then I think we'll get super excited. But right now, I think these games have all worked out just about exactly the way you want them to early in the season. That is, giving guys the opportunity to get out on the court, play against opponents who have put a game plan together to try to beat your butt. And these guys are going out and they're executing, and they're doing a fantastic job. They're putting up big-time numbers. So you really have to be impressed with some of the performances that have gone on. And these freshman guys have done a fantastic job.
Hey, joining us, we got more people jumping on. Big Don Cordy, I played football with him. How you doing, brother? Dylan's on. Kelly wants to know, how do you think the Hoosiers are going to do in the Big Ten? I know it's very early. If we see a lot of this, then that's going to be good, but it's early yet.
It's hard to tell. I mean, what do you go back to the old days when you don't consider anything other than a Big Ten championship as a huge success? I mean, is that the level they're at, or if they finish in the top three, do they consider that a pretty big success?
Success this year. I think got some good teams at the top: Maryland, Ohio State, and Michigan State.
As good as Michigan. Watching Michigan play last night, those teams are being rated so high because they have really good returning guards that are coming back, that are coming off a great season. You got Simpson from Michigan. You got Cassius Winston from Michigan State. When you look at those two guys, obviously they're going to be rated high and they're going to be picked at the top of that. Ohio State has been insanely impressive. So when you look at that stuff, you got 3 or 4 teams up there right now that if Indiana puts themselves in the conversation with those teams, I'd say they're in pretty good shape. So, I think top 5 in the Big Ten. That's not even mentioning Purdue. Purdue's got some big-time returning players coming back. So this is it's going to be a tough one in the Big Ten.
There's always a surprise team.
There comes that. Maryland, I've talked to Maryland's in the top 10. So what do you consider a success? Indiana in games with Maryland and Michigan State, and all of those are going to be big. And I'm not saying they're moral victories. I'm just saying that being able to compete and get through that. You finish 500 in the Big Ten, and you're going to finish the season with probably 20, 23, 24 wins. That'd be a pretty successful season.
For tonight had to be a welcome surprise to the Hoosier fans. He played, I think, 20 minutes, so he was out there for about half the game. Didn't score a lot, 6 points. His shot wasn't quite there yet. He was 2 of 8 from the field, only 1 of 6 from behind the line. So he's not there in his first game, obviously, which makes sense. But that's something that they have to get from him. He's got to be one of the shooters. He can't go 1 for 6 this season. But first game out, you can get some catches.
These stats are only somewhat important. I mean, they are. That's what you go off of after the game, and it's kind of the report card that you have. But I thought Devontae looked good out there on the court. I didn't think he tried to force anything, so that's a great thing. He's got a lot of expectations coming with him, and to be out and this be his first game, I might have expected him to try to force it a little bit more and get himself up there in the scorer's column, and he didn't do that. So the 1 of 6 doesn't bother me at all. He's kind of a streaky shooter anyway. He'll be one of those guys that he may have several games that are 1 for 6, but then again, he may also have, hopefully a bunch of games where he makes 6 to 10 field goals.
Or did they look faster in that first half?
I think in some games, I really think in the last ball game, the point of emphasis was post feeding. They were trying to get the ball inside. Today, I wouldn't say that was the point of emphasis. They were trying to shove it down the court, maybe take the first open look that they got.
They looked. They're big. Indiana's a big team right now. They're playing with a big lineup.
Yeah, they are, and they. Having the ability to be able to do that is a pretty awesome thing, and I know fans get upset when you don't have an inside presence, and I'll tell you, they're young on the inside, especially when you look from the standpoint of in an Indiana uniform on the floor. Deron Davis has not played a ton of minutes in an Indiana uniform and doesn't have tons of experience, although he's a senior. Joey Bronk is his first time as a Hoosier being out there on the court inside, and you got a freshman, Trace Jackson Davis. So, I mean, those guys, as your interior players, are not super experienced, and they're doing a pretty darn good job right now being out there on the court of not just filling the stats, but being a part of the offense and everything running through them. And pretty impressed with those inside guys and what they've accomplished early this year.
Offensively, something that they have not been doing well of late is guarding the three-point shot tonight. That's 5 of 25 for Troy. You'll take that all day long and twice on Sunday if you can get that throughout the season. That is a great defensive effort. That's what you want to see. That's what Archie's trying to get this team to be, that kind of defensive team on the perimeter, because that's when we shut that three-point shooting down, you're getting something done.
Yeah, I mean,
As well.
that tells you that the shots were most likely
From a coaching perspective, that translates to the fan base. I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see teams working on defense, working hard, putting themselves in a position to make it tough for the other team to score. When you get a team that shoots 5 for 25, you've got to feel pretty darn good about what your team is able to accomplish.
It's 9 players forward today. Because they're using a rotation that's probably going to involve 9 to possibly 10 players.
I think they'll see 9 to 10 players on the floor. I don't think we'll see them for the amount of minutes we're seeing them right now. But we'll see. I don't think you have a huge drop-off when you get down to that 7, 8, 9, 10 guy. I don't think there's a huge drop-off. That's not something we've been able to say as Indiana fans for a long time.
Asking about the Bluebird and Coach Knight being there. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. We'll talk about it a lot after we talk about the game. But that was a hell of a deal. It was fun. It was a great day for sure.
Emotionally, what a crazy day. As an Indiana fan, myself, obviously, that was a special event. I'm glad we were a part of it. I'm glad they made us a part of it. And Indiana sports media represented highly there.
And I promise you, all those people that were there, I doubt that they woke up today thinking they were going to see Bob Knight at this event. That was a huge thing. Cool. I'll stay here. I'll keep the fans busy. But yeah, what an incredible day today. Scott Laskowski's stepping into the place now as well. John Laskowski's here. Let's see, Lance Stemler over there. Did he bring some Culvers is what I want to know.
Butterburger.
Where's the Butterburgers, man?
He's in the bar. Sit in the bar.
Well, let's change that. Keep talking a little bit. Keep talking.
Presence from Indiana and some of the younger guys. It's exciting for that opportunity. It's exciting for us to be able to come to trust the guard play, which we talked about a lot more about the inside guys. If they've got that ability to score inside and outside, boy, it makes it tough for other teams to scheme for you instead of being.
It's easy to do this against the Troys of the world, Sunbelt Conference team. We all know how these are. But there's been a lot of games that I've watched this early part of the season, not just Indiana. I'm talking whether it's Louisville or Kentucky losing to Evansville. Louisville's a good team. Louisville's a tough team. I guarantee you. What happened with Evansville? Did they win in Lexington? I forget. They did. Was Kentucky never won at the time? I love seeing that.
Well, as Indiana fans, which we are obviously, anytime Kentucky loses, it's a pretty good day for us. And when they lose to a team from Indiana, it just makes it even better. And to lose to a team like Evansville that has zero expectations, that was pretty awesome. So it's been a good week being Indiana.
One thing I don't want to forget, shout out to the Indiana football team. What a performance today at Happy Valley against Penn State. They did not get the win, but damn, what a performance that was.
But yeah, that was, man, what a good game. We said this, we talked about this Friday, you and I on the show, that moral victory, I don't consider that. They were able to compete, and they put themselves in a position to have a chance to win a game, and in one of the top 5 or 6 toughest places to go play in the country, football. So that's a great sign for the team. Now, everybody comes on and talks about the fact that they didn't win, so that wasn't their fault. They didn't go there trying to make it close. There'll be some downsides to that, but from a fan base perspective, it was not. They competed and were in it the whole game. It wasn't fluke. They had a great chance, and they took it out.
Absolutely. Somebody still hear us. Someone here said they can't hear us. Not seeing anybody. Okay, good. Nothing changed. That's good. It sounds like a rock concert going on in here. Other than that, that's where we're here. This is a free reign kind of a deal. Yeah, I see Lance Stemler's in the house for a minute. Brian Evans was in the house. Earlier today we saw Tyra Buss was with us, Sage Steele. What an incredible fun day. It had to be fun for you to see a lot of these guys that you don't, and not just you, all of them. They don't get to see each other like that and spend that kind of time. There was a great generational pull together between John Laskowski. Steve Green was there today as well. Bob Knight's first recruit ever out of Silver Peak High School in Southern Indiana. Just a great bunch of guys. Jeff Newton, George Leach was there as well. Of course, they made the great barbecue. AJ, boy, it's right. We got AJ. How do you not? That's got to be the great. If that was my name, I would walk around the same old name. Why not? We got, so we may have some. Oh, okay. Come on over on this side. Good friend of the Indiana Sports Beat, the show. Lance Stemler, of course, is on before on the show many times. First time on the postgame show, though. How's it going, brother? How are you? Coach Stemler, I need to say. How's the coaching going, man? Coach at Providence High School.
It's going good.
Fun part of it. It's new, kind of a new deal for you, man. This is. What's it been like?
It's getting back in the grind. First time in a long time. It's really basketball season again. For me, and kids are buying in. Kids are starting to come along. We're excited. The family has to learn the basketball.
Tonight, Indiana beat Troy handily. Is that your first game this season? They looked really quick to me tonight. They were very active defensively and fast. A lot of up-tempo play.
The games that you're winning by 30, 40. That kind of aspect of it.
Tim points out Trey Jackson Davis was yet another double-double in only the 4th game of his collegiate career.
The rest of it, as far as
I know it's only the 4th game in, but as a freshman, the things he's doing, they're kind of, he's above the line right now. He's kind of ahead of the curve. Lance was also at the Bluebird today for the Hoover Hysterics event. Man, what an event that was. Was that incredible or what? and being in that environment, I was talking to Todd, there was such a great generational pool of players, starting from Steve Green, which was Bob Knight's first recruit ever, John Leskowski, who was on the 75 team, and then you go up to the guys in the 90s and the guys that played later in the 2000s yourself. Well, what just a great group from top to bottom today. How important is it to improve it's like that stuff should happen more often, probably. But how important is that, especially to this program, where they are right now and where they're trying to be?
Right now, and where we want to go, I think even more so, more important now. From what I've been told, Michigan State's the ones that are consistent, they're all good. We're just going to play the former players involved where
What do you guys look forward to as your high school season coming up?
Just get better. It's all new to us. The athletes, players, developing habits, as long as we get better every day, I mean, that's what we're doing.
Tonight, the Indiana playing their 4th game of the year, a big win. What do you see from them going forward? I know it's early on, they're playing teams, the competition level's not there yet. Those I'll talk to Todd. Even in the preseason, early season, when you're playing teams, it doesn't matter right now because you're not where you're going to be later, and you see a lot of closer games. Tonight was not one of those. They were intent on doing what they needed to do tonight. People happy tonight. It's the first time he's played this season. Rob Finney, on the other hand, back out again. So they still have not once had a lineup that we're probably going to see later. Justin Smith, between him and those guys, they missed one shot. Trace Jackson and Justin Smith, they missed one shot between them. 8 and 6, I think they 6 and 6 for Trace Jackson Davis and 8 of 9, I think, for Justin Smith. Man, if you can get that guy, you're not going to get that night in, night out. But if they can stay close to that, Trace Jackson has had 2 double-doubles, like you said. Man, they're going to be formidable down low. I don't want to keep you all night. I thank you so much for joining us, man. It's good seeing you, brother. Good luck to the season this year. Thanks a lot for joining us. Lance Stemmer joining us here on After the Game with Todd Leary. Coming to you, of course, live from Yogi's in Bloomington. Couldn't be happier than to be here right now. It's festive time. Lots of people coming here after the ball game. Lots of former players. As a matter of fact, Yogi's where the Hoosiers hang out. This is where you want to be when you're in Bloomington. Definitely stop by. Todd Leary jumping back in with us here in just a second. But, man, it's been a long, long day for us, I'm telling you. Thanks a lot, Lance, again. Oh, yeah, Lance has got to sign the wall. We got to get him going here in a second to do that. I'm still. You signed the wall earlier, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
You didn't sign where you're from, though.
You know what? I usually just make it more smarter than you because after we've done that, instead of putting it to ahead of time, where it is, I kind of understand why we're on something.
Yeah, he's over in Terre Haute. You're over in Brazil or someplace.
The Stucky boys. The Stucky boys.
The Stucky boys. Tim says, Justin Smith, 100% on three-point shots, 2 of 2. Yep, 8 of 9 from two-point range, 4 of 4 from free throw line. Yeah, we talked about that. What a great night that he had. And he's had some good games so far. We talked about that. That's good. That's great to see that. That's got to continue on when the competition elevates. And that will happen when they play UConn. Florida State, I can't remember which one's first, but it's going to get higher in a little bit. But it's just a good sign to see. I mean, it's a consistency from him because last year you didn't have that consistency. Game in, game out, you didn't know what you're going to get from Doug Smith. He's kind of been on a mission of sorts, it seems, this year.
Yeah, you look at him and his coming into this he's probably having as good of a junior year to start the first 4 games as what Morgan did for sure. So you gotta like that perspective of it. If you get the effort and the hustle out of Justin Smith that you kind of like about Morgan, I think you get a lot of the same.
Absolutely, and then of course the guard play has been okay. We haven't seen the guards that are going to be playing. We got to see Devontae Green tonight for the first time, like we talked about. Rob Finney sitting again, so we have yet to see a lineup that we're probably going to see as the season progresses.
We've not seen full healthy roster on the court for any range of availability. That's obviously a good thing to look forward to, but also you look at that as a little bit of a lost opportunity. I think Tennessee had the flu tonight, struck throat or something like that. So that's not an injury, so that's great. He'll come back from that. But it would be nice to be able to use these opportunities to get guys playing together. And you don't want their first game where they're all healthy and playing together to be against Florida State or against Maryland. So what these games are designed for and being able to get some rhythm and play together and they're not able to do it. However, we're talking about 1 or 2 guys here and there that are not healthy or can't play. Overall, I think you have to feel pretty good about where they are overall. What'd I do?
Nothing. We just want to make sure that they can hear you more than they can hear me. It's more important. Just keep on rolling. What do they need to do? Not different, but in addition to what we've seen so far. There you go, my bad.
Be a lot more detailed. I think to try to take things away from the other team. So it'll start to get more beginning part of the season.
And going forward, we're going to see about getting the music lowered down because it is way too loud. We understand that. We apologize for that. Kind of out of our control a little bit. But next up, Indiana has another game what is today? Today is Saturday. We're back here, what, Monday? Wednesday. Man, it's crazy. We got football going on. It's so much in my head right now what we're doing. But what do they have to improve on from tonight? Because they played a pretty good, well-rounded game. They were good defensively, but there's always things you can do better. This is probably not the Pete Carrill Princeton of the old days. But they will be, because this is what Indiana's doing. They're really pushing the tempo this year. They need to, because of not having as many shooters as they did, say, in your day. They're playing a different game, and the tempo, the tempo was a big point of emphasis for him, and they were doing it tonight more than they have any time this season. Indiana has done what they're supposed to do in these first 4 games. Haven't really been tested yet. I don't know that they're going to face a true test until they play Florida State. When they get to that point, where do they need to be at that time? I talked about Indiana being more active tonight, especially defensively and very high-tempo offensively. Archie Miller was as active as I've seen him maybe ever in a game.
The arching part was, he probably premeditated. This is the time of year, Coach Knight, when after some games like this, when you had some success, Coach Knight would come in Monday morning and throw us out of the practice. You throw that to happen. When you're a freshman, you're freaked out about that stuff. As you get to be a junior and senior, in playing time, you start to kind of be able to almost predict what days you're going to get in trouble there, whether you're consistent or bad. So I think that might be probably a little bit more premeditated trying to get that stuff.
4 games in, are they where you want them to be at this point as a your coach?
They don't care about I think the coaching staff would have to look at this. They're pretty happy with where they stand.
Rob Finnessy, question about Rob Finnessy. I'm not sure, he's just back. I think it's for Todd Leary to strep throat. So it's like one thing after another with these guys. It's amazing how it's like when it hits, it's just something next. You never know what it's going to be. For whatever reason, this team gets hit with some weird things, strep throat or concussion. It's crazy. Early season, these guys go through. Well, we'll certainly find out. Well, man, it's been a great time all day today. We're here at Yogi's, of course, live from Yogi's as we are after every game. Great crowd in here. Lots of former players in here right now. None more important to me than the one sitting next to me, Todd Leary. But it's just you're a big timer. Man, we appreciate everybody tuning in and watching after the game with Todd Leary live from Yogi's Bar here in Bloomington. We want to thank Nathan Finney, of course, Chris Spartan, and the whole Finney Hospitality Group for another tremendous night here, as always, man. It's great crew, great food, great times, great fun. Place to be at Yogi's, man, where the Hoosiers hang out.
Yeah, it really is. Probably the question I get asked the most, just seeing people around me, is you talk to your former teammates. Who do you talk to? Who do you still unfortunately, I'll admit, there's not as much of that as people might think. I live in the same town with Pat Brandon, but we both have different things going on in our lives. We've got kids playing basketball, I've got kids playing basketball, we both have different jobs. In this scenario, the things that are set up today, seeing all these guys here, it's a great thing for us as well. What guys' kids are doing now, there's a bunch of cool things about this. So yes, Yogi's is serving a great purpose because they've got great food here at Bloomington, but it's working out great from the basketball former player perspective. This is 2 games in a row now. We've got the opportunity to talk to some guys that I haven't talked to in several, at least months, and a lot of times years.
Yeah, you've got Yogi's is actually helping the Leary employment thing.
Yes, they are. Thank goodness Ben Leary has if the table's not clean, he would have been enough.
Absolutely. Thank everybody for joining us, man. We appreciate everybody for listening to us live from Yogi's here. Kelly, appreciate your questions. Tim as well. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, Lance, for joining us earlier tonight. Been a great day. We'll be back again, of course, on Wednesday as Indiana takes on Princeton. We'll be checking that out and follow it. Princeton Tigers? I believe it's Princeton Tigers. Follow the Hoosiers football team, man. Next Saturday here in Bloomington, Indiana taking on Michigan, the Michigan Wolverines. You need to be there, man. Support that football team. Let's fill that stadium up. Fill Memorial Stadium. You got to be kidding me, man. As hard as they played today in Penn State, you got to fill that up for them. Like if they could get half the support they get for the basketball team, they'd be doing something.
The support that we all feel for this filling the stadium would be, I know it would make them, the coaching staff,
Absolutely, they be able to do that. So, thanks a lot again, everybody. We appreciate everybody at Yogi's, and thanks a lot. We'll be back for the next broadcast on Wednesday, but of course we'll be back in one way or another on Monday for Indiana Sports Beat. Don't forget about that as we're here. There you go. You catch the hint there. Hint, catch the hint. Indiana Sports Beat with Coyle and Leary coming to you starting Monday. But thanks again to everybody. We appreciate you. Have a great night, and I'll see you on the radio.